felt completely alone.
I felt like an outsider.
I was feeling like a disconnect.
If you've got dad jokes, that can make me laugh.
Call it. Intro, Salim, take one. Marker.
We good?
Take one. Okay. Thank you.
Fantastic. So, hi, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Omar, I'm 20, and I'm from Leeds.
Hi, I'm Salim. I'm 22 from London.
Hi, I'm Anaya. I'm 18.
And Salim, from your perspective, what does it mean to be Muslim?
To me, being Muslim is about being understanding, being knowledgeable, and kind.
I think for me, being Muslim is all about peace. It teaches me to find peace in everything that I do.
Personally, it's what makes me, well, me, I guess.
Salim, what's a common misconception about being a young Muslim in the UK?
Our faith, I mean, it guides us through our life. But that doesn't take away the fact of we're all individuals and have our own ideals, principles, and interests. So, I mean, the misconception is that we all have the same mentality when obviously that's not the case.
I think some people, when they see or hear about the way that we live, they do judge us. People often pick up on the things that we wear, for example, or the fact that we refrain from alcohol. But that doesn't make us any different. We're still human.
I think there's some people that think that our principles might be a bit backwards or that we don't adhere to Western standards of living, but that's not exactly helped by people like Boris Johnson referring to us as letterboxes or whatever, you know? And just completely disregarding our sense of personal identity and humanity.
So, Salim, have you ever faced any personal challenges as a young Muslim while living in the UK?
I mean, I liked school. Well, parts of it. But being a black Muslim was definitely, I definitely felt like the minority. Even down to losing my lunch break to Friday prayer. My mates would just constantly ask questions such as where I was going and what I was up to. It may be a small thing, but these constant questions just made me feel like an outsider. I'm sure every young Muslim has experienced that feeling of not belonging. And it can be hard, but it's a battle that I'm still going through now. All I wanted to do was fit in.
So you told us one of the most difficult things you've had to deal with was the passing of your grandma.
Yeah. She passed away last year. Our whole family was completely shook to the core. She was someone who we could always rely on. She gave us so much stability and guidance. But for me, she taught me how to navigate my faith in this world.
So how did that affect your mental health?
After a few months, I started to feel more and more depressed. I just lost all motivation in life, really. You know, grief is something that we all go through in the end, right? But when it hits you, you just can't fathom the hole that it leaves in your heart. The Quran teaches us that Allah doesn't burden a soul with more than it can bear. It also teaches us that with hardship comes ease. And that's what I'm trying to hold on to.
I just think there's a bigger conversation to be had, really, about discrimination against Muslims in this country, if I'm being truly honest with you. I think people like to look at things that have happened in the past by a small minority, and, you know, it's really easy just to paint us all with the same brush. And if they really, really cared to understand, they'd realise that Islam is a religion of peace. And I want to live peacefully and respectfully, and I want to be treated the way that I like to treat others, you know?
So, Omar, how do you deal with this feeling of discrimination?
Well, when I went to speak to my family about it and, you know, talk to them about my mental health and the way that I was feeling, all they really said to me was that they felt something similar, you know? And that's it, you know, nothing more than that, nothing constructive. You see, mental health is just something that they never grew up talking about. And there seems to be like a disconnect between generations. And in their eyes, things just sort of happen to you and you just move on. But that doesn't make it right, does it?
Our faith talks a lot about mental health if you actually look into it. Many of our role models faced hardship in their life as well, and it makes me feel stronger knowing that sometimes it's okay to feel low. I guess that sort of helped.
I think I just started opening up to the right people, you know. I found people that I trusted and that I could talk to about what I was going through, and, you know, I was actually surprised to see how many people were like me and, you know, going through something similar. And if you can find people like yourself who have empathy and can just acknowledge your concerns and are able to just talk you through them, it's like a weight's being lifted off your shoulders.
A message I would give to other young Muslims is to know that your relationship with your faith won't always be perfect. But as long as you turn back to Allah, He's always going to be forgiving. To be honest with you, I struggle with prayer sometimes because of my mental health, but knowing that Allah will always be there, it does make things a lot more easier. Treat yourself with love and compassion, firstly, and take steps to understand what your own personal idea of faith is, what your own personal connection with faith is. And if you don't know who to turn to, there are organizations out there who can help, like the Muslim Youth Helpline. There are always going to be people out there to support you.
I think speaking things into existence not only validates how you feel, but helps you to figure things out yourself. Remember, how you feel matters, and you should feel proud of who you are. And you should be able to get the support you need, no matter of the situation. And yeah, that's what I would say.